Hello everyone, I'm Shilpa from SpeakSmartEnglish.com. Welcome back to this whole new lesson on another important topic, and that is idioms in English. Idioms are part and parcel of English. But the good news is it's not rocket science and you haven't missed the bus. Hey, hang on. I have already used three idioms in these two sentences. That's how it is in English. Native speakers often use idioms, and if you don't know them, then it's almost impossible to understand the context of the conversation. And why is it so? Because idioms don't always make sense literally. It's a phrase or a group of words, and when we put it together, it has a different meaning from the meaning of the individual words. Let me explain this using the previous examples. My first sentence was idioms are part and parcel of English. Now, in this case, part and parcel of something is an idiom. Each word of this idiom has its individual meaning. For example, part means a section of something and parcel means a package. But if you look at these words separately and if you take the meaning literally, then will this sentence make any sense? No. Instead, when we put them together and consider it as a group, then it has a completely different meaning. And what does it mean? It means an essential part of something. So, the meaning of our sentences, idioms are an essential part of English. Is that clear? Now, let's consider the second sentence. It's not rocket science. It means it is not so difficult to do or to learn. So, learning idioms is not so difficult. You can do it even now. And the third sentence was, you haven't missed the bus. I can also say, you haven't missed the boat. And it means it's not too late to do something, or it's not too late to learn idioms now. But why is it so important to learn these idioms? Because native speakers often use idioms in both spoken as well as written language. And if you learn these idioms, it will help you not only to sound like a native speaker, but also add character to your language, making it more colorful and interesting. So, let's start. Today, we will learn some idioms which will help you to describe someone. Let's begin with a simple one. A tough cookie or a smart cookie. It means an intelligent person who makes good decisions and deals well with problems and has great ideas. For example, I'm sure it shouldn't be too hard for a smart cookie like you to learn idioms. You are one smart cookie, aren't you? The next one, a tough nut to crack or a hard nut to crack. Now, this one can be applied to both a situation as well as a person. And it means a problem which is difficult to solve, or a person who is difficult to deal with, or hard to get to know, or to defeat in an argument or competition. For example, Novak Djokovic is a hard nut to crack for his opponents. Or climbing Mount Everest is a tough nut to crack. Number 3, cool as a cucumber. It means someone who is very calm and relaxed especially in a difficult situation when you would not expect someone to be so relaxed. For example, my friend is very nervous about taking his driving test, but I am cool as a cucumber. Most of the people get stage fright, but Steve is cool as a cucumber. The next, a couch potato. A couch potato refers to someone who spends a lot of time sitting on the couch and watching television. After my uncle retired from his job, he became a couch potato. I know it's the weekend, but you don't have to be a couch potato. Are you a couch potato? I'm sure you're not. Number 5, pig-headed. It means someone who is narrow-minded and incredibly stubborn and often foolish. In simple words, someone who is not willing to change or even listen to different opinions. For example, he is too pig-headed to listen to my suggestions. Or a pig-headed person can't be a great leader. Number 6, a man of his word or a woman of her word. You can use this to refer to those people who always keep their promises and can be relied on. For example, don't worry, she'll be here by 5 pm. She is a woman of her word. Or do what you have said. Be a man of your word. And now, number 7, the life and soul of the party. Have you ever been to a party which was too dull? Everybody was just glued to his or her phone and nobody was even talking with each other. A party which you wouldn't prefer to be a part of. And then suddenly someone arrives who brings life to this otherwise dead party. Someone energetic and lively who has that magic wand who changes everything. Such a person can be described as the life and soul of the party. She was having a very enjoyable time and was clearly the life and soul of the party. You can also use another idiom, that is a live wire, instead of this idiom. For example, Jennifer is such a live wire. Do you know anyone who is the life and soul of the party? Or are you the one who is the life and soul of the party? Now, number 8, a pain in the neck. This is exactly opposite of the previous one. You can use it to describe someone whom you would like to avoid because that person is too annoying. Okay, let's modify the previous example. Jennifer is such a live wire, but her boyfriend is a pain in the neck. You can use this idiom not only for some person, but also a situation or an object. For example, this new software system is a pain in the neck. And now number 9, an armchair critic. We often come across some people who offer comments or criticisms on a subject, although they have little or no practical knowledge or experience of that field. We can call such people armchair critics. Stop being an armchair critic and let me do my work. And now the last one, a go-getter. Someone who is determined to succeed and who works hard to achieve this. In short, a highly motivated and ambitious person. For example, the way Amazon has been expanding, we must say that Jeff Bezos is a go-getter. We only recruit go-getters who will be actively involved in the company's development. That's it for now. But before I take your leave, here is a fun activity for you. Think about some idioms in your own language and try to look for their English substitutes. And don't forget to share them with me. Have you subscribed to my channel? If you haven't, then do that right away. Click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon to all for the future notifications. See you in the next lesson. Till then, happy learning. Bye.